Hi guys, hope you're doing well, and yes, I'm in Dak. Bit of a crazy time in Bangkok, and I'm here to kind of relax because next week is going to be even more bonkers. I've got to get divorced, leave the country, do about 3 different types of visa, come back into the country, Ministry of Foreign Affairs, British Embassy, get remarried. It's going to be bonkers. So that's a whole nother video. Or 2. So I'm just chilling out here with Annie and Fluk at the moment. They came with us to Chiang Mai. We've just come back from a little family holiday, stayed at some stunning places that we're going to show you in future videos. It was kind of like a second Christmas because the previous Christmas I wasn't the happiest bunny in the world. But today we also need to evaluate the homestay. Work has started. We've had stuff cleared from under the house. My ex-missus will be actually overseeing the work that needs to be done inside the house. But what's happened in the main bedroom or the child's bedroom is a bit of a shocker. And if you own a wooden home, it's your worst nightmare. We'll have a quick look at those. I'll be outlining the 3 main events I'll have to be here for while this homestay gets developed. So I need your help. I need some of your recommendations, especially if you're building here. I need to get my Rolex fixed. There's some bittersweet news. But before all that, before it gets too hot, I need to clear the bougainvillea. I could hardly get into the garage. A storm had blown the bougainvillea across to the house. That needs to be done. So yeah, get the boxes on. See you in a bit. Now I do name my bushes like Bob. And well, to be honest, what's happened recently, I might as well let it all out. Yeah, I'd name a car. This is Max the Mazda, and this is Barry the brush cutter. He's a Honda. Had him 20 years, and it doesn't look like much. Looks like a pile of junk, to be honest with you. But he starts up pretty much every time. I had to change the spark plugs a few times, but he might have a rusty nut, which doesn't sound right. But anyway, we'll see if we can take that off. Change the blade. And as I say, usually he starts first time, so the pressure's on Barry. See if he comes up first time. Bingo. Can't go wrong with a Honda. Let's get to it. Oh God. Yeah, so I must have hit a red ant's nest as well. So I've got these little boys to deal with. There's already one digging into my foot right now, mate. That's just unacceptable behaviour. No. Off you go. Oh, that'll do for now. Oh, just this one. Oh no, go away, you little buggers. Yeah, they're going for the nutsack. Right, that'll do. They dig their little pincers in and inject a little poison. But, I don't know, I've been stung by them so many times. It's a bit better. You can get the car down there. So when the resort opens, I'd like to have Wimbledon style grass here, but there are issues with the water and, well, particularly the pump at the moment anyway, that are hindering this process. We're going to take a look. Right, yeah, since I've been away quite a lot, my trusty pump stand has collapsed and I've been trying to get the top off the pump. Bingo, got it off. Yeah, it's dry as a bone. So the water situation here has always been in short supply because we live in the driest, hottest part of Dak, but there's a housing project over there. About 18 houses share the irrigation ditch that runs along the back. The housing project opposite there is a bit of scrabble for the last bits of water. This guy here is setting up some kind of pump system to take the rest of the water, I believe. Which, fair enough, it's not our water. That 20-baht shop super glue works, man. It's taken me about 5 minutes to get this off the end. There you go. That should hold it in place. There we go, look at that. It's got a roof and everything. So it's all ready to go. Once the back fills up, sometimes we get summer storms and it fills up. A bit dodgy electrics under the bucket there, but anyway, we just sort of push that down a little bit, and hopefully the missus doesn't blow up when she plugs it in. Well, ex-missus, is it? Or is it tomorrow, or is it today? I can't remember. It's tomorrow, no, still the missus. So yeah, but by the time she plugs it in, she'll be the ex-missus. Right, okay, it's getting confusing. Look at that, hey? Ingenuity at its finest. So with there not being any water for, I don't know, 3 months, it could be now, we need to come up with solutions. One of those being that we do have a well over there at the back, but it's apparently not the best well. So hopefully we can get some guys in to check it and make it better, and stick a solar pump on it, make a hole through that wall, and have, as I said, Wimbledon centre court style grass. Next is the 3 things that I will definitely be here for. One of those is the topping of the trees. You can see behind the guest house here, very tall trees that need to be topped, at least in half. You don't want trees falling on guests while they're sleeping. But the big boys of these eucalyptus, they're huge. There's a bigger one around the other side, because if one of these branches, they look like branches, but at the top it's like a small tree. If it comes down onto the house, it's going to be just a lot of damage, and there's a bigger one there. So I need to be here with my builder, because if they cut the wrong way and it falls onto the house, it's just going to be nightmare. And with the big ones behind the garage there, if it falls that way, it will fall onto the garage. If it falls that way, it's going to damage the wall. So I'll be here for that. Number 2, obviously I'm going to be here quite a lot when the mountain view retreat goes on top of the garage. So while I'm here, yeah, the staircase needs a rub down and a paint. The front of the mountain view residence is going to have 2 huge, 2.5 meters wide, 2.5 meters high slide doors, PVC. I'm not doing any wood, and I've had enough of wood, you'll see why later, on both sides. So I want recommendations for the best manufacturer or the best brand of slide door. You know, I don't want them falling apart in a couple of years, and I'm not using wood. Living room here, bed there, toilet, kitchen area. But yes, the whole point of this place is to have, once the trees are topped, of course, a stunning view. So we want these sliders, as I said, one this side and one that side. So for the bricks, I'm going to be using AAC, I think it's called, bricks. They're soundproof, waterproof, fireproof. So is that a good idea, do you think? I don't know. They weren't around when I was building a house. So yes, recommendations for PVC door, solar pumps, and our AAC bricks, a good idea. So yeah, you guys can help out with the build. Thirdly is this front terrace and the removal of the tree here, which you think is far enough away from the house to not cause damage. We did have an issue, I put in a previous video, of the root lifting up the path. But my builder believes, and it's probably true, I mean the root is here. I thought the roots went down, but this tree, they go quite shallow, and it's damaging this terrace, he believes. So we've got to smash this up, check if it's the root. We don't have tiles to match, so I will probably just ask them to put a lip around the edge there, and we'll put white stones, make it into like a Zen type Japanese garden, put some path down and a fake bamboo plant. But my builder was saying he's going to bring in a macro, take this down and take the root out with a macro, but I do not want a caterpillar macro coming through the gate. It's just going to ruin the drive. So I'm going to make sure things are done correctly, I prefer them just to chop it down to the root and make some cuts and put the poison in, but it depends if it's a big macro or a small one or one of those macros on wheels. Some things you need to be here. Now the smaller issues my wife will oversee while I'm away. Yeah, there's some quite nasty things going on in the house, but these gutters here, you see the water, the metal outlet, they get clogged up with leaves as the rain sort of collects and we get water damage. I mean, it overflows on the roof. So he said he's going to seal those up somehow because there's another one here. And the problem with this one is it overflows onto the little bedroom's ceiling. And that also means we can't put in aircon because all the wiring will be in that area. So he's going to seal these probably when I'm away. So that's one of the smaller jobs. And we'll go inside and show you quickly what needs to be done inside while I'm away. Yeah, my wife will be sending me video updates. No, ex-wife. I've got to get... Anyway, confusing. When I came back from the UK, I pulled up this rattan map that was lying here, and I found termite tunnels covered as every wood homeowner's nightmare, and I was ripping up the tiles. Now, why we're surprised is because teak over 10 years old is usually not favourable to termites. Our builder said they weren't actually after the wood. This area gets damp because we leave these doors open and the wind sometimes blows the rain in. Over the years, it has got soaking wet a lot of times. And they've been going for the mould underneath, apparently. And the termite guys that came round said the same thing. But yeah, I'm still on edge about the termite situation. So this needs to be redone. We did have the old tiles and some of them were okay, but they were thrown out when we're clearing under the house, which is annoying. They'll also need to do the outside. There's rotten wood there. Clean up the doors because you can't open the doors properly because the wood down there is rotten. We had an issue with a suicidal tile up there, just decided to jump off and damage the bath quite considerably. I've put some tape over it, but it's like cracked the whole side of the bath. I thought it could be repaired. It might be able to be repaired with some polymer thing, but I might just get a new bath. Placed the tile, the clock jumped off as well. There's a lot of suicidal tendencies in this house. Gym's fine, don't need to do anything in here. That's okay. Yeah, there's a leak. I need to get up on the roof and just spray some rubber seal. It's been there ages, but we just haven't got around to doing it. And we might repaint the ceiling. Right, the next job is retiling this floor, well, the whole toilet. When we built it, it was for the kids, like nice and blue, but I made a big mistake with the white floor. Never put a white floor in a toilet. We're going to retile it to be, well, in keeping with the style of the house. So it's floor to ceiling. It's a 3x2 toilet, so I'm not sure how much that will cost. So that's either going to be a big job or a medium-sized job, I think. I might have to come back for that. We'll see. The rest of the house is fine. Just needs a clean, especially the windows, which are very difficult to clean. Maybe repainting. We've got a little bit of damage on the ceiling there. So not huge amounts on the main body of the house, but yeah, that termite thing. And the toilet could be a little bit more than a small job, but we'll see. Right, so next on the list is to sort out the vintage Rolex that I bought off Lazada. It's a little bit big, even though I put on some weight. Yeah, when you buy something this pricey, it needs to fit. So we're going to go to my man in town. Fixes everything. He needs to take, I think, maybe 2 chinks out of that, and yeah, we're good to go. Well, unfortunately, my Rolex is just completely internally combusted. I'm sure he can fix it. These guys are magic. Any peng mak ben Rolex. He's dealing with a very expensive watch, very rare. Peng mak là $30,000 nè, $30,000. $30,000
เอาอีกไหม
เดี๋ยว
มีไหม
นี่คลิปได้ไหม
โอเคไหม
อันนี้โอเค
เหลือเอาข้าวอีกหน่อย
อันนี้โอเคใช่อันนี้พอ thank you เท่าไหรครับ
20 บาท
oh 20 บาท always give him 100 he did the other thing as well ครับคุณมาครับจะ 100 there tip no ไม่เป็นไร
แม่เอา
เป็น Rolex โอเคครับคุณมาครับ Look at that, brand spanking new. 2 days old. Your one's closer, isn't it? Your one's right outside your condo.
Walking distance.
But when a 7-Eleven gets closer to your doorway, it's always good. Makes life better.
Mine's walking distance, but I still order on the app.
Really? Lazy. Building of the food courts is still in operation. New lines. Look at that. My new local 7-Eleven. But I can't order coffee because at petrol stations you have to go to Amazon, which is an inferior coffee. But anyway, I can order my nuts from here. Nut Walker. These are the best nuts in Thailand, and I couldn't get them at my old 7-Eleven. And they got the mixed nuts are the ones to go for if you're into nuts or if you're a bit of a nutter. So what do you think of the new 7-Eleven? What have you got there? You're milking me.
Country
Alright.
and
They've got all my nuts, but they're gonna have to change all their light bulbs because it's making my camera flicker. Song dai na? Cafe me mi lo. Cafe.
Oh, coffee.
Oh, okay, maybe lie. It's spot the Farang car in the car park. Look at that parking, that's terrible. One thing about Thailand, Thais, isn't it right? In Thailand, Thais park perfectly. Thais park perfectly, like with the wheels straight. I'm just saying, spot the Farang car. Yeah, look, state of that. That is unacceptable behaviour in any country. Yeah, anyway. You're going to get pimped soon, mate, don't worry. Right. Right, this is the day before the divorce. Right, you need 2 witnesses, and we've been let down. It does take a lot of time. A couple of people agreed to come to the Ampur, but I think they found out how long it takes. It can take quite a while to get things sorted out. So Annie and her boyfriend are here, and they have, it's kind of weird, they have volunteered to be the witnesses. It's kind of odd. Annie's not bothered about it, but like having your own daughter witness the divorce of their parents is kind of weird. And but she doesn't seem bothered about it, and she wants things finalised anyway, and everything is kind of, I don't know, amicable is the right word. So anyway, I'll have another chat with her about it, and yeah, we'll see how I feel. Because before you could just pay people in the Ampur, but now you have to actually get proper witnesses. And yeah, also we need to take the Christmas tree down. It is nearly March. I'm not sure when this video will come out, but yeah, it was a kind of a brutal Christmas, and anyway, we won't talk about that today. Let's go and play some snooker. Right, you're going to be a witness at your parents' divorce tomorrow. How are you feeling about that? Bit weird, isn't it? It's got to be weird, isn't it? I think I'm feeling more weird about it than you are. You're just sort of like...
Well, it's all been kind of weird.
Yeah. I know, it's just sort of like just the whole thing, isn't it?
So,
but
yeah.
it's just sort of clarifying the weirdness.
It's better for Jess anyway.
Yeah.
Because I'm an adult. I understand the situation very well.
I know, yeah. It's been like this. It's all amicable, as we said before. And Fluke is going to be there too. You're not going to get married, are you? You two? No. Oh, okay, all right. Okay, so busy day and a busy day tomorrow. Everyone's we're getting the paperwork sorted out, and it's kind of feels like a normal day. As we said previously, everything is kind of amicable. It's kind of just finalising it in terms of paperwork. So hopefully things go smoothly tomorrow. It's just the Ampur and immigration. After that, as I said at the beginning of the video, it could go all a bit bonkers. I've got to deal with the Thai bureaucracy, leaving the country. I've got to come back, deal with the British embassy and more Thai bureaucracy. So we'll see. If it goes smoothly, great, but I'll try and upload as much as I can. I do enjoy making videos and editing, so it is kind of therapeutic for the mind. So yes, I'll be nipping back here for homestay updates, and I will, yes, appreciate any recommendations through the process. I know there's a lot of you guys building here, but I won't have my morning coffee delivery. It's just a bit bittersweet. Yes, my old store, you can't choose it. You have to, the app automatically chooses the store closest to you, which is the petrol station, 7-Eleven. So I will have some nuts, some great nuts, but yeah, without the morning coffee. So anyway, on that note, I hope you enjoyed today's video. Stay safe, stay well, and I'll see you in the next one.